Trojan family, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. It's the top of the morning. Listen, I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, we have a huge weekend. One of the biggest weekends. If you guys know, last year we did the June Bash, and it was straight up go time. All the kids, the guys, they came to Lincoln Riley's house. They took them everywhere, the crypto arena. And look, man, this thing is getting ready to explode on another level. And for many reasons, that they're getting ready to do this. And you guys know, excuse me, we have a big boy, one of the big classes coming in. And the glue that I always say that keeps this class together is going to be a guy like Juju Lewis. And you guys know you want to put the best out there for Juju Lewis. Yes, they put the best out there last week with Stubbs, and they had the digital creation that came. Put one of the best videos that went absolutely viral by 24/7 Sports, Max Prep. I mean, by all media sites. I mean, it was absolutely incredible. They're doing it again this year. They're absolutely they got the crypto arena thing. I just saw where they're kind of putting that together. But here's something that I want to talk about, and I got a couple of news and note items that we got to address. Some recruiting news that just came out last night, and then a report that came out about Miller Moss. We want to take a look at that, and Woody Marks as well. PFF is talking about both of those guys, have high expectation for both of those guys, and we want to talk about why. But real quick, we're talking about the recruiting, and yesterday evening rather, Ann Henson, she's over the recruiting, man. She's the one mastermind behind this recruiting. She's put up big time recruiting things, and it's going to draw these recruits like never before. But last night, she put up this right here, and it says this. It says we have a family member has arrived, and you see Reggie Bush back there in the background, and you see his Heisman, and this is going to be the first time that they're going to have the Heisman out while these recruits are here. Reggie's Heisman, not just any Heisman, because you saw them taking pictures with the Heismans before, but never before have they taken pictures with the Heisman. Let me take that off. Never before have they taken pictures with the Heisman of Reggie Bush. And so now they have access to that. And the question is, will Reggie be there? I don't know. But I do know that she said that we have a family member here. And I think she may be addressing that particular Heisman trophy that is Reggie Bush's. So, look, that is a recruiting tool within itself. And, we've had guys like Aaron Donald to come in and grace and bless the Trojan guys and the family. And, with the big time recruits here, that's how we got Justice Terry and of course, Isaiah Gibson. Let's keep our fingers crossed with them because we know that Georgia is trying to be on the tracks like never before. But we got to try to continue to move and groove and stay focused. But as long as Eric Henderson continues those relationships with them. But I know I saw some things earlier today that Georgia is absolutely trying to the thing is, you guys remember the recruiting season, they never used to commit in June. Never. It always used to be, during the season, these guys would take their visits to home games and they would be around the team, of course, but now the landscape of college football is totally different. And these guys are committing early. So a lot of us are all getting our expectations high. A lot of us are getting hyped up. But at the end of the day, they have a full year of high school football to play. We have a full year of college football to play. And so, we cannot get lost in the sauce because at the end of the day, we have to remember college football did not used to be like this. And these guys absolutely have a lot of time to make the decision. Yes, it's great that Justice Terry and Isaiah Gibson committed to USC early. However, it is a long time between now and signing day. That's why that proposed early signing day, which is in June, I'm so high on that because if they were to commit like they did in April, and then you have the early signing day in June, listen, hey, guess what? USC will have this thing locked, sealed, and delivered, but it's not like that. So, man, look, man, don't get lost in the sauce. Don't get stressed out. Let's focus on this big recruiting weekend, trying to get some commitments, and then try to win in the season so we can get some of these guys. So that's the news and note items as it relates to that. But Ann Henson has brought in, I believe, the Heisman Trophy of Reggie Bush, which is considered to be a family member. So look, man, that's some great news. Now, on another front, USC does have some more great news. Last night, Trajan Odom, you guys know he was here on a visit, and you know, I thought at one point I even heard that he might have been a silent commit, and you know, however, he's taking his trips. He's down to 6 schools. He announced last night it's Ohio State, Colorado, UCLA. You guys see it here, and let's see. Let me see if I could put this back here. Oh, let's put this back. See if I can put it back. Okay. Ohio, Georgia, Oklahoma, Georgia, Oregon, USC, Ohio State, UCLA, and Colorado. So those are the schools for Trajan Odom. So look, USC is still in the mix for him as well. It's not over yet, and I think USC is going to absolutely, and that's he's going to be a part of. He's going to definitely be a part of that big time defensive line. And one of the reasons why I said USC can have the best defensive line in if they get a guy like Trajan Odom. So let's keep our fingers crossed with that. And he's going to make his commitment down to 6 schools. Hopefully USC. He's from North Carolina. He's a big time defensive tackle. USC can absolutely move and groove with him. Also, on some recruiting news, this is a big boy right here. He's from the state of California as well, and USC can't let this go, man. He's a big time guy. We'll take a look at his information real quick, but he's a 2025 offensive tackle. Jackson Lloyd. He's down to his 6 schools as well. And, you know, he's standing at 6'7", 285 pounds. He's a top 30 recruit in the 2025 class. He's rated the number 6 offensive tackle. And look, USC can't let this California product go. He's down to his 6 schools, and you see them there: Stanford, Alabama, Tennessee, USC, Oregon, and Ohio State. It appears that there's a common theme. You know, these are, you know, USC's in the mix, but there's the same schools pretty much in the mix for everybody. This is the common thing that's taking place right now. So USC absolutely, being that he's a homegrown product, man, we haven't had that many offensive linemen in this class, but we hope a guy like Juju Lewis can, you know, persuade a guy like this, just given the fact that high caliber quarterback coming in, you want to protect a great quarterback. You know, all eyes will be on you. So look, that's the recruiting news. I want to address some things with Miller Moss real quick, and I did not pull up the other part of it. Well, they're 2 separate articles, but one is coming from my man from LAFD Network, Ryan. Shout out to him. He has a nice YouTube channel where he covers USC as well. But he put out a nice article and is talking about Woody Marks, and it's coming from PFF. PFF said that Woody Marks is a top 10 running back, one of the most underrated running backs. And I got to get that article, but you can Google it. But it's saying that he's one of the most underrated running backs. And I told you guys when he came that Woody Marks, who came from Mississippi State, he led Mississippi State with the SEC with receiving yards as a running back. Very elusive, man. He's what you consider an all-purpose back, and you know he's put on the weight. He's not just a scat back anymore. You know, this guy is an all-purpose back, but can absolutely run through the middle because he did put on that weight. I think Woody Marks put on about 10 or 15 pounds. You guys saw the before and after pictures. We put that stuff up, but he looks good, man. So he's considered one of the most underrated backs. And so that's going to contribute to a potent, powerful offense for the USC football Trojans. Now, moving on to another part of the offense, which is the quarterback. This just came out yesterday as well. And this is a list right here. It's going to get a little bigger. But this list right here, this is the top 10, I believe, breakout players of the year candidates. And you see them here. Number 1 is going to be Nico from Tennessee. Jackson Arnold is going to be number 2. They're not in order, I don't believe, according to what they're rated, but I just think because they got all positions here, but they have, but this is how it is. Then you got Karen Lacey from LSU, Connor Wigman from Texas A&M, Jaden McBarrows from Michigan. Then you have quarterback Brock Vandergraaf from Kentucky, Oscar Delp, tight end from Georgia, and then you have Jordan James, running back from Oregon, and then you're going to have Miller Moss, on that list, quarterback for USC, and then Sonny Styles from Ohio State. Man, listen, Miller Moss is being recognized by PFF as a breakout player. You know, there's some that doubt him, but there's some that praise him as well. I think that USC, don't get it twisted though. Once again, as I stated, it's going to be a battle between Miller Moss and Jaden Maiava. But as I stated before, and I maintain this thought that Miller Moss has the edge, just given the fact that he knows this offense, he's familiar with this offense, and he has relationships with these guys already. And so, with that being said, I give the edge slightly to a guy like Miller Moss. He got the ball out of his hands very quickly during the Holiday Bowl, and I think it's straight up go time, man. So you guys can drop those comments in the comment section. You guys can tell me what you think. Miller Moss and Jaden Maiava will be battling it out, and with my opinion, the slight edge is going to go to a guy like Miller Moss, man. So you guys can drop those comments in the comment section. You guys can tell me what you think. You guys already know what it is. Find me. You can find me at USCJ32 on Instagram, USCJ32 on Twitter. Listen, happy Friday to everybody. You guys already know this is a big weekend. We're expecting some commitments. I will be coming back to you, man. So until later on, everybody stay blessed. Don't forget, make sure you get up, get out, and make some things happen. Until later on, fight on, fight on, fight on.